was that? I should kill everyone and escape? Sorry. It's the voices. I'm kidding. That's not what they really said.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's tutorial, we're doing a Harley Quinn makeup look because my client was going as Harley Quinn for Halloween. So the first thing we're doing is priming her skin using the MAC Natural Radiance Primer, and also acts as a moisturizer. Next for foundation, we're using the MAC Studio Fix foundation in NC37. To conceal and brighten, I'm using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and we're taking this down really low because we wanted to also lighten the foundation because Harley Quinn had more of a pale complexion. And as always, I'm just doing that under the eyes, down the bridge of the nose, top of the Cupid's bow, and on her forehead. So I'm just blending that out using a Real Techniques buffing brush, I think it is, and I'm also, as I said, taking it down a notch so that it blends in and lightens her foundation a little bit as well. Next, I am baking using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and the reason we're doing this is because we're going to do a really messy, blown out smoky eye, so this will help us catch all of the fallout and then dust it off. So you might see me add powder throughout the video, or suddenly there'll be powder sitting under there. That just means I've gone back and I've added some for the fallout. So Harley Quinn, going by the movie Suicide Squad, had contoured cheeks, so we're using the NARS Eater brush and the ABH contour kit for this. Now I'm brightening under the eyes even more using the ABH banana powder from the original contour kit. For the brows, we're just brushing those through and then going in with the medium brown brow powder from the ABH Pro Palette, not Bro Palette. As you can see, my client has really full brows, so we're just filling in any sparse areas nice and lightly. Next, we are setting those in place using the clear brow gel from Anastasia, which is the best brow gel ever. Moving on to eyes, the first thing I'm grabbing is a waterproof cream colour from Anastasia. I've also mixed in some Duraline liquid from Inglot. This will help the product come on a lot smoother. So I'm placing this all over the lid, and as you can see, it is very, very wet to start off with, so my client will keep her eyes closed. And then I'm going to grab a blush from the Morphe blush palette. It's a red kind of undertone blush, and I'm going to use that to set that. First I used my finger and it was a little bit patchy, so I went back and went over it with a brush. So as you can see, it's more red and it is more in line with the colors that Harley had on her eyelids. So now I'm just going back and forth, dipping into that red blush and also grabbing a lighter pink one, and I'm just blending. and kind of creating its own kind of transition color, if you will. Then I'm going to be sort of elongating that eyeshadow downwards because Harley had a really, really messy, blown out smoky eye that looked like, you know, she'd worn it for a few days, and that's the look we're trying to sort of replicate. We're also going to keep it a little bit glam, so not as crazy messy as you might have seen some other recreations. So as a tip, it's sometimes good to get your clients to actually open their eyes. That way you can see where you're placing the shadow and if it sort of works with the look. I know this is a more messy look, but it still required me to just sort of envision how the shadows were being placed and if it worked. Now to deepen the look and make it a lot more smokier, I'm using a black eyeshadow. It's Noir by Anastasia. And I'm sort of winging it out a little bit, and then I'm going to go in and actually blend that out so it still stays within that smoky effect. I'm also taking that underneath the lower lash line as well. Now I'm going to be placing a pigment by MAC. It's the Rose pigment. It's like a duochrome pink and gold pigment. So I mixed it with a bit of Fix Plus and I'm just pressing that onto the lid, and I loved this effect. It just made the whole look a lot more glam and added like a little bit of a personal touch to this recreation. So moving on to the other lid, I'm following very similar steps. So I'm grabbing the blue waterproof cream color, I think it's like ice blue or something, and then placing a blue eyeshadow on top. It was a little bit darker than I'd hoped, so I was kind of like going back and forth and trying to find other shades to match. But first things first, I'm just gonna get it to set that cream color. Now to brighten it, I grabbed an Urban Decay like metallic-y shimmery shadow, and this really helped it kind of pop a little bit more, and I'm just placing that all over. It also lightened it a bit, and just like the other side, I'm dragging it down. We kind of dragged it a little bit too far down, but it ended up working. Then we're going in with that black eyeshadow like we did on the other side and kind of winging it out and then blending it out so it's nice and smoky. And here we started to place a blue glitter on top. Sorry, I'm in the way. So this is a MAC blue glitter, and it kind of worked, then it kind of all started to gather, so you'll see me change it a few times. So now I'm brightening everything using MAC Nylon eyeshadow, and I'm also going to take this onto the lower lash line. Oh, okay, no. So we're placing Silver Glitter liner by NYX, and then on the blue side, and then on the pink side, we're placing the gold one. This is where I think it was just getting a little bit too much, so I end up kind of taking a little bit of this off, but I wanted to include this clip in to show you that you can make mistakes and you can correct them, especially with costume makeup. I mean, of course, something will go wrong. To highlight the face, I'm using Crushed Pearl from the Gleam Glow Kit. So it's more of a silver glow kit. It's really, really pretty. Then I'm going over that with the Balm Berry Luminizer highlighter, which is so amazing. I always forget that I have this, but this is just beautiful. And because it's costume makeup, like you can over highlight. So we gave her really super glowy skin. And now moving on to those infamous red lips that Harley wears, we used Mary Jo liquid lip kit from Kylie. So first lining the lips and then filling them in with the liquid lipstick. For blush, I'm using NARS Orgasm blush, which I haven't used in so long, and it's just this peachy, glowy blush that I think everyone by now knows about. As you can see, mine is running out, but it's just amazing. So I'm over blushing because, again, it's costume makeup and you can. So now one of the most important parts is writing the word rotten on the side of her face. So I'm just using a Kat Von D Locket tattoo eyeliner. It's a really, really beautiful black eyeliner that is amazing for the eyes, but it works for this as well because it shouldn't really smudge or anything like that. And also, as a side note, I placed the lashes on off camera. Harley Quinn also has the heart tattoo on her face, so I am drawing that underneath her right eye. I went a little bit bigger than hers, but it actually turned out to look amazing, being a little bit larger. And for some final touches, I'm adding the MAC nylon eyeshadow to the bridge of her nose and the top of her cupid's bow, and this just completed the look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please remember to like, subscribe and share it with your friends. So until next time, I'll speak to you guys soon.